Yeah, right? Fucking George Michael, like a song before she was even born, comes on, and dancing in his little denim shorts and mirror shades and leather jacket. I remember it because I was there. I mean, I wasn't there, but I was alive. She wasn't even born yet. That song comes on the radio fucking 40 years later. Well, maybe, I don't know how old it is, but pretty close. And that makes me cry. You throw my heart upon the floor because you got to have faith. Like, man, every song is like written with, like, to just rip your heart apart. Like, if you listen to them the whole life, you listen to these songs, you're like, this is a great track, catchy, cool. And then when you finally fucking get your heart destroyed and someone you love just ruins your life and destroys everything you ever believed in and absolutely savagely beats your heart into a bloody fucking pulp and leaves you as nothing, then you are like, oh damn, this music is like literally my jam that turns my heart into jam. It is totally jelly now. It's fucking brutal. Every single song. Well, I'm going through a lake right now. There's like so much rain. Every song, I swear, like every single song. I mean, unless you put on like a trap rap song that's just about bitches and hoes, you know, like drugs and party lifestyle. Like, that stuff is done to make you fall into the world of satanic sin and become a low vibrational person. Not all rap, obviously not, but some. So the pejorative majority, you know, is meant to keep you in a trap. Even call it trap music. But like some of the older stuff, like there's like an acoustic guitar playing in that Faith song, and George Michael used to be like a musician that was considered cool. I don't know. I mean, I guess he was cool, right? He was considered cool until the whole bathroom thing. But the point of the matter is, the song Faith, it pulls on spirituality. It pulls on being faithful, and it pulls on your heartstrings. It's this cool, dun, 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 you know, it's a cool, catchy beat, and also pull my heart upon, throw my heart on the floor type thing. So I find it really brutal when I put on music. I'm just driving along here, going to Kung Fu class, and I put on some music on the radio, and the radio music sucks, you know, but it's not what I would put on if I was listening to YouTube or something. My own music would come up, whatever it is, and that's going to be corrupted by her. So here I'm thinking, okay, radio music, what do you got? It's like, so much of it is just like commercialized stuff, but man, it's all still, they still thread in the heartbreak. That makes you just want to cry. And normally I would be walking in the rain where you can't see my tears, you know? And I don't have any windshield wipers on my eyes. So I never thought I'd be crying to George Michael Faith, but I just did. That makes me weak. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I'm working through it, everybody. Give me a break. I'm not on your timeline. I'm on my own timeline. You know how long it takes to get over somebody? You never get over somebody. Not someone you love. You just figure out how to deal with it more. You know? I'm never over my sister dying. I'll never be over this partner I love breaking my heart. It's broken me. It's the breaking part is a part of me now. My broken heart is now a massive part of my life. You know? Like 340 subscribers if I could get one more, we'd have 340. I'm not here for likes and subscribes, but I have 339 at the date of this video, which I did not expect any. So thank you for being here in the Black Mirror. It's pretty cool. And, you know, what I'm saying is, like, thousands of views and comments. I didn't expect that. So thank you for being a part of the social experiment of my broken heart and how these things don't heal. And now it's a part of me because this is now a permanent record. and I could delete it, but that'll defeat the whole purpose. The whole purpose is to take a broken heart and try and reassemble it to be something better and stronger and more loved and more embraced and less alone and less defaced. And you can't erase something like that. You can't replace something like that. You can only try and repair it, because there's a massive tear through it right now, and I don't know how I'm supposed to live with that. I can't. Like, I'm savagely heartbroken. So that's enough for now, but I will say thanks for being here in the Black Mirror, and thanks for listening to George Michael with me for 6 seconds before we get a copyright problem. And yeah, I'm sorry that I'm not a healed person on your timeline. It's about my feeling and healing and becoming a better person. So that's what we're doing. Peace. I don't even know that song, but I hear the lyrics. There she goes, I'm on the ground. I never lied to you. I woke up the day she was gone. It's just like every single song, And before that was David Bowie, Under Pressure. Under Pressure. It's like, man, that song just made me cry. And I only had to hear the end of it. I mean, I love that. It's a classic song, But it's just, the lyrics are just hitting me so hard on all these songs. I'm just being so traumatized by the lyrics of all the great songs. And I don't even know, that last one, I haven't even heard of it before. I don't know who Deny by Default is. But I do know what a heartbreak is. And I do know what denied by the person you love is. And I do know what a cheating liar is. And I do know how badly that fucks you up. Forever. Yeah, I'm really, I don't know what to say. Just finished Kung Fu class. It was good. Did some hand combat training, some weapons training. And it was good. I'm a little bit sore. I have a sore back, a bit stiff, but complain. There's nothing. That's just the way it is. Some days are like that. You're a bit slow. So, good lessons though. Stick with it. Keep working at it. It's a slow lifestyle. It's not really something that you just do casually. It's something you're supposed to kind of continue doing as a lifestyle. So Kung Fu is good for you, and it is fun and hard and challenging and creates good discipline and helps you have a skill that's interesting and ancient. So it's nothing to do with my heartbreak. I know that. That's how I try and reassemble my heart. And it makes me cry every time I'm at class, because it was something I was able to share with her too. Like, it was my thing, but I was able to tell her about it and have it be my separate thing. That for a little bit I felt that she was proud of me, doing it. I thought she encouraged me to do it, I missed that encouragement. I know they say get over it, and now I'm Jordan Peterson again. Fuck. Well, make up your room and just make your bed. You'd be surprised how far you can get in 3 years. Every time I cry, I sound like Jordan Peterson, which is not a bad thing. He's a pretty cool dude. But it's like Kermit the Frog meets Jordan Peterson in a crybaby window. I know, it's pretty bad. It's pretty pathetic. Every single thing is just driving me through the trauma of missing the person I care about, and I still can't fucking believe it. I'm still I was just driving along here before I turned on the phone to say, I still can't fucking believe it. I can't. I still can't believe that you're not in my life. That she would just walk away. That she would just lie to you, cheat on you, and then become this whole other person. It's like, what the fuck? You're a whole other person? Like, all of a sudden, you're a whole other person? Like, where were you hiding this person? How the fuck did you do that to me? How could you have been hiding who you are? Like, you suddenly are all care about all these other things and someone else and not me and not us. It's just like, how could you have done that? I don't know how you could swindle me so fucking badly. I've been bamboozled. I don't understand. Like, I'm not an idiot. I am a performer. I'm an actor. I understand, you know, when I'm being lied to. I understand when I'm being cheated and conned. I mean, I just didn't think that you would be the one to do it. Ever. Never, ever. Of all people. It's like you could only be poisoned by someone in your closest circle. You know, it's like, how do we get to Putin? Or how do we get to how do we make the hit on the hitman? You know, how do we get them? This guy's impenetrable. He leaves no stone unturned. No door unlocked. Yeah, he has no weaknesses except for his family. Yeah, that's why they don't let secret spies have family. Oh shit, that makes sense. She comes from a family of secret spies, so of course she was gonna fucking snake me. Of course she was going to. It's like, I'm her weakness. So you exploit if your secret spy falls in love, you exploit the love. There you go. She's a secret spy family. Her weakness is loving me. Exploit that. Gotta get rid of that weakness. Cut him out. Poison him. Break his heart. Get rid of him. Collateral damage. So she can now be stronger without you. Because she doesn't want to have a weakness. Weakness is, I love someone. I care for someone. Then that makes you a liability. Not just like a liability. He's got a better career and you're a fucking failed loser. And who's ever called me a failed loser, just fuck off. I'm not a failed loser. The term failure does not register in my world. Does not register in my world. It does not compute. So, if you think that you're not on my channel, you're not on my life, you're not on my frequency, you're not on my vibration, I am already a success. I have been a success, and I shall be a bigger success, continually growing, processing, progressing towards greatness, more and more and more as I create this. As the future me is already pulling my best self forward, and the past me of broken parts, I'm breaking down, burning off the dead wood, and rebuilding, regrowing, reseeding, and becoming something greater. But along the way, I still have a broken heart. And the only person that could have put the poison dagger in that heart was someone who can get close enough to do it. You can't stab someone with a poison dagger from far away. You have to be close. So who are you going to trust to get close? This guy trusts nobody except for one person, the love of his life. It must be her then. We must get to her. If we corrupt her, then we can get to him. And it was a hit job. It was a hit job from the beginning. Whether it was her, whether it was him, whether it was the universe conspiring, whether it was satanic cult, whether it was reptile lizards, whether it was vampires, whether it was evil empires, whoever the enemy energy is, the enemy energy wanted to defeat me, and they can't defeat me, but they tried. Just like that guy that one time told me he wants to cut my head off. I once had a guy tell me that. And he was a priest. And I was doing a performance. That's the story we'll get to another time. But facts. A priest did tell me he came here to cut off my head. And it was a very awkward moment. It was one of the most awkward moments I've ever had. And also frightening. It's very frightening, actually. But I held my composure and somehow diffused the situation. But the point is, because they know that no one can get to me, like, I keep a small circle of trust. One person is in it, and that's the one person they must use to get me. The enemies of evil, the agents of darkness. And so they sent their only known hitman, the one I loved, in a secret mission. Her, unbeknownst to her too, probably. Unconsciously coming in, going out, taking me down, breaking my heart, smashing my world, destroying my life. Literally, figuratively, metaphorically, trying to stab a proverbial, and I would say as close to a real knife in my back. Because betrayal at that level is a new level of benevolence and maleficence and evil and darkness and macabre and absolute dark magic. So the agents of evil definitely sent some energy through her and him to cheat on me, to lie to me, to deceive me, to make me believe her and love her, only to be absolutely destroyed and devoured by the only one close enough to hurt me, the only one I gave my love and trust to, the one thing I had of the most value, my heart, my love. And that was the one thing they knew. This is his weakness. We must exploit this. And now my heart is so broken. It is also weakness, and they've hurt me. But I realize that now my heart can no longer be my weakness. Wearing your heart on your sleeve was a dangerous game to play if you have to go to war. You don't want to wear your heart on your sleeve unless you've got a suit of armor over top of it. So, yeah, the enemy snuck in to her subconscious and through him snaked in. He snaked in through her, for lack of a better term, groomed her to be his teacher's ass, pet assistant, so he could pet her ass. And she enjoyed the attention, and in that lost the high frequency of our relationship and broke my heart by being the only one that could have, the only one to get close enough to poison my soul. It's pretty wild. So there you go. Now we know. It was an inside job sent from the enemies of agents of darkness and evil to try and destroy me. So my light can't shine. So my heart can't be bright and loved and held and heralded and treated like a beautiful thing. It had to smash me and break me. To make me what? A broken, sad, broken person? Or to rise from the fucking crushed heart? To rise from the ashes of my burned soul and become something different? A heartless badass who doesn't give a fuck about love anymore. Who can just know that it's deception. You can't trust it, and instead go to war as an agent of light against the enemy of evil, or to rebuild your heart entirely stronger and come out even brighter, greater, create an even bigger love, a greater life, attracting the most magnetic, charming, beautiful, athletic, healthy, vibrant, funny, sexy, cool, kinky, amazing, wild, but honest, loyal women. And in that, a tribe of men with the same qualities, and build the vibe and tribe and harmony and the high frequency of these people. Help create a greater health conscious human being, to create a greater health, heart conscious, kind, loving, but strong and caring, without having to sacrifice their morals and ethics to build a better community of people around the world, and by this create a wave of peace and prosperity and acceptance, but not just this inclusion, delusion, tolerance thing. No, almost a throwback to tradition, where we need strong men and we need strong women. We need them both. And we need to have a return to we need to have less, homogeny of the hegemony. We need to have more people united under the same things, feeling that we want health conscious human beings with hearts that can speak out and tell the truth of how they're feeling, so they can negotiate and they can use their words and they can properly communicate to create a higher society of people that have more respect of equals and each other. And we're all different, but we can still have unifying qualities like love and understanding and family and faith and tradition, and the things that keep us tied to our history and our roots and our family and our grandparents and our ancestry and our friends and our loved ones. Even my partner of 6 years, like, it's a devastation to have that now erased. Like, now that is done. Now that is done. How dumb are you? How dumb are you to throw away all that history and all we could have been, all we should have been? And that could be happening all over with anybody, to like throw away meaningful relationships for empty ones because of some message you get on social media, or someone's need to DM you and take a direct message up your fucking ass about, well, they're more important than you, they have more likes, shares, and views, and this like watering down of qualities and this like oversaturated society through people's values by likes and views and shares and subscribers. Oh my God, only 5 views, only 20 likes, only 100 subscribers, only 329 subscribers, or whatever the fucking 49 or 39 or whatever. Oh, 1 million, not enough. 10 million, too much, don't like them. It's like viewing of people based upon views, and not for their values, but for their virtues that they signal, not for the virtues they actually have, just ones that they, oh, I put a black square on my channel, I love BLM, whatever the acronym it is they're using to perpetuate more of their virtue signaling. It's rampant. It's gone crazy. It's over the top woke. Choke on it. It's a joke. We're supposed to move back into the society where people care about each other and have actual, strong, noble chivalry, honesty, loyalty, integrity, truth, commitment. Not this lack of commitment, but sticking by somebody and working through it. We were a beautiful couple. You should have worked through it. You just threw it out because you just didn't want to talk about it because you were weak and you were poisoned by the corrupt system that led you astray by a snake who's got a wife and 3 kids and a job. He just wants you as a side job is what he wants you as. He's the problem. He's one of the ones, as are you, because you let it happen. You didn't stand up for the hegemony of the Western world, of tradition, value, family, faith, and loyalty. The things that one needs to survive in this world. It is a survival skill you must have. You must have a heart. You must be truthful. You must be strong. You must have loyalty. You must have faith. You must have the ability to be faithful and open and honest and use your words. This concept of deception and hiding and lying and can't talk to them, I'm afraid to face my emotions. You have to be vulnerable, but also very willing to stand for, conviction. And these are important things that we're missing in society desperately. And I would say it's a tragedy that the dark forces of the matrix Marxist heralding the matriarch in a fake way. They don't really care what the matriarch is. They smashed the patriarch. They don't care what the matriarch or the patriarch, because the matriarch and the patriarch need each other. So when you smash the patriarch, you're smashing half of who you need. You women that say smash the patriarch are confused feminists who are using the wrong side of the world, because you need men and men need you, and you need to uplift them, not push them down, not smash them. You need to make them better. You need to be honest with them. You need to be caring to them. You need to be loving to them. You need to be kind to them. You need to be understanding that they're human beings too, and they're vulnerable and they're hurting, and they're not. You're not cool to be in touch with your emotions as a man. It's bad to be a man that's just don't be a man that shows his emotions. No, don't be a person that shows too much, feels too much of your emotion. Let it come through you. Let the anger come through you, or the sadness come through you, but don't become it. So you have to feel it. You can't suppress it. You can't just push it away. It's going to be there. So you must understand it, and then overhand it and command it to become a master of your emotions and your space and your place and your peace and your mind and your face and your grace and all the things we use. So you don't have to have an ace up your sleeve to use somebody and abuse somebody. And you can choose to be honest and loyal and caring and kind. And you can use your mind to use words to find the way forward, to say, hey, there's something that's an issue for me and I'm not being heard or seen, and I have a hard time saying these words, so I'm acting a little bit crazy right now, or I'm acting a bit mad or sad, or I'm doing these protests because I'm not sure how else to get the words out of my mouth. Because if you could just listen and understand, I'm not saying this very clearly, but I'm hurting here. So can we talk about that? I'm missing this. Can we talk about that? I need these things from me for you. I'm not receiving this and that. Can we talk about that? And this is how we dissolve issues before they become massive problems. And this world is so broken because people are not willing to be spoken out. They're told to, that's me shutting up and walking away. It's so dumb. This is a concept of, well, just avoid them, just shut up and walk away, say nothing. And everybody's supposed to now learn from silent treatment. Well, they learned from the silent treatment. They got the silent treatment for the last 3 years, bro. And finally they learned. They came crawling back and say, hey, the silent treatment was really mean and you didn't say anything to me. You did no contact. You avoided me. You didn't use your words. And this no contact thing after 3 or 4 or 5 years or 30 made me realize we've lost so much time between me and you. And I wanted to open dialogue. Too late, motherfucker. I've moved on. I'm so good now and I don't need you. Sounds like you're still hurting. Yeah, I'm hurting because I resolved my issues without you as opposed to with you. You should have reserved them with me a long time ago. I tried to contact you. You said, the world said no, have no contact. You could be avoided. The avoidant wants to avoid the relationship. And then the other person wants to talk about it. And then they say, just go no contact. So everyone just does this. It's like we're in a bad movie where in movies, people always in a fucking daytime soap opera type movie, they'd always have someone turn from camera, and then the camera's here and the other person's back here and they're having a conversation. No one does that in life. No one, I'm just gonna turn my back and talk to you, and the camera's gonna sweep around and you're gonna be here, and then I'm gonna do that to you and you're gonna it's just no one fucking does that. Such bad staging. When you see that in a movie, just be like, oh my god. So this concept about everybody needs to just turn the other cheek and look away and walk away and don't pay attention to what we're saying, I think is wrong. And I've said that before. And so much can be solved with your words if you're brave enough to say them and brave enough to face them, brave enough to hear them. And understand this. It might be a difficult conversation, but it's for the greater good of us to heal and become stronger. So otherwise it becomes a malignant cancer. It's a tumor growing that you got to go investigate. You got to go send oxygen to it. Now, what is that? That is us expending breath in and out, blood flow, in and out air. And we're doing that, and we're healing. We're sending energy and blood flow to the tumor to dispel it, to break it up, to break up the little cells of where there's no blood flow and no oxygen. And then it's done. We've solved the problem. We've worked through it. And the world needs this. The world cannot be smashing the patriarchy. And the matriarchy cannot then suddenly be in control without men. Think about it. How long will the human race last where we just have men in charge? Well, they need women. Behind every great man is a great woman. They always say that. So how long will the human race last with just women in charge and smashing men and make men weak and nothing? And plus, they're with all the plastics and poisons and all the things they're consuming, the world level of semen is retentioned down to basically dishonorable dismention. Like you've been discharged in an army, not discharged in an army of making seedlings, but you're done. Like the plastic poisoning of chemicals in our food, lice, and water, and clothes, and everything is making the international sperm count so low. They say by 30 years from now, there's gonna be no people. Well, there will be people. There'll be the rich people who get special water and special food, and they can just do a Brave New World Huxley baby making farm, with AI uteruses and all this stuff they're gonna be doing. Cloning people. Well, they'll have 9,000 Elon Musks and fucking 50 billion Bill Gates, and there'll be none of us. That's what they want. Oh, that's what they want. That's what's happening, yo. So we can't smash the patriarchy anymore. You can smash the matriarchy. You can't herald women without heralding men. They need to be together. The double helix. You need to have both of them. You need to have both. That's the creation of life. So you can't have man without wife. You can't have husband without bride. You need them both by each other's side, equally in stride, to provide for the other, to listen to sister, to brother, to father, to mother, to son, to daughter, to say what is the matter and how can we make it better. That's how we move forward. Together, united, in a family, community, friendship, relationships where we honor each other with respect and loyalty and understanding and care and kindness and compassion. Heart, not with a knife in it, but an actual fucking heart that tells the truth and says, I am being hit on by my fucking teacher at school. Can you believe that? Because that is outrageous, and the fucking school should be held accountable. How can he do that when he's married with 3 kids? It's outrageous. It's sacrilegious to the entire institute of man, woman, and family. And shame on that type of behavior. Shame on that type of behavior. Should not be allowed. He should feel morally so bad. And the fact that anybody would then welcome it, he should be like, whoa, you're a respected professional around here. Taking advantage of your platform and place to fucking hit on somebody else, and anybody noticing that out of thing, including my partner, should be like, whoa, crossing the line, bro. Crossing the fucking line. How about keep it in your pants? How about treat me with respect? How about that? How about then you don't discredit yourself, your family, your school, and all of your positioning, or mine. And then in that, we can still work together. In fact, if you don't do it to me, I'll tell everybody what you did. Now you can use blackmail. In a good way. I don't actually mean to do that, but I'm just simply saying the fact that she didn't stand up for her own inner fucking truth, self-respect. The fact that she didn't do that means that she encouraged the behavior and allowed it. Ooh, he's got some shit. I'm a confused girl just like everybody else because I'm sold by media prostitution and I see that he might have the career I want, so I better let him Harvey Weinstein me. I better let him Kevin Spacey me. I better let him do whatever the fuck he wants to me because he has the power that I want. And I have been confused and used by the rest of the prostitutes online telling me to do whatever it takes to get leveled up in the world. Is that really the message we're sending to little women? Thank you, Cardi B. Wet ass pussy. Well, my wet ass pussy. Fucking bullshit. That's what we're selling people. Trap music to trap them in a low frequency, to tell them how just sell sex and be the lowest level of society because that's all you're good for. And even though you work to be a medical professional, you're still going to lower your standards to sleep with your teacher and fuck over your best friend, love of your life, because you think he's going to offer you a better platform. That's the message we're sending people subconsciously, consciously, through do this, do that, to get whatever DMs message you can from around the world and make every girl a low quality whore and every man a John. That's what we're doing. That's how we're going to carry on the human race. Really? How about some grace? How about some FaceTime? And not online, but in person, where we can actually discuss our relationship and say, hey, here's where it needs healing. This is where it needs feeling. This is where we need to be dealing and wheeling. This is where we can make it better, baby. And, oh, your teacher hit on you? That's really disrespectful. You felt disrespected by that. I did. I really did. And his wife and children should be disrespected too. It's like, that's the level she should be thinking. What about the other women involved here? How disrespectful to them? And what about the disrespect to you, my partner? I love you. And to our relationship and to his relationship, and it disrespects everybody. Does anybody have any self-respect anymore? Because you could start there. You could fucking start right there. And then you could say, well, we can't smash the patriarchy. That'd be like saying, smash your dad, smash your grandfather, smash your brother, smash everybody, but don't fuck them. Just fuck someone stranger instead. Smash him in that smashing way, but kill them in the bad way where it's like, metaphorically killing them. I don't actually mean killing them, but some people might that. I don't mean that. I mean like mentally smash their brains and hearts and lives. Just so they're weak. Just weaken them. And if you smash your teacher by fucking him, you will be smashing your partner by smashing him. You see how that works? It's a double smash. It's two boners, one bird. Done. Boom. It's such ridiculousness that this is what we're teaching the world. We need to be teaching each other more love, kindness, compassion, faithfulness, honesty, open reality, talking about our feelings to say how we can heal them. And we can't be smashing each other. We can't be breaking down the matriarchy, the patriarchy. We need to be working together, men and women, coming together to say, it's you and me, babe. It's you and me. And we can always say, well, it's you and me, but yeah, I like them over there. Oh, the grass looks, that grass looks so green. And that ass looks so good. I'm going to go smoke that green grass and I'm going to go play with that big ass. That's what we're teaching each other. How about hard pass? I don't smoke no grass and I'm staying off that ass because that's going to get me in trouble. And I'm already with a beautiful person that is amazing. And what do I need to fix here? Well, what could I make better about my relationship as opposed to looking for someone new every time some little thing doesn't go right? Oh my God. Can you believe it? Their hair was just like, was like in their face for that one moment. And it just like, I had to leave them. I couldn't go like this. So distracting. Whatever the fucking small thing is, it's like, we can't just work through it, talk it over. We can't improve it. Like, you can't just, every time something is slightly, you don't just throw away everything because there's a squeaky tire. You oil it and then it works again. Oh, I think I heard something wrong. Oh, get a new car, throw it out, get a new relationship. Don't work on it. 6 fucking years, you don't throw it out. 6 fucking years, you don't throw it out. 6 days not going well. 6 hours not going well. 6 months not going well. Okay, I could get it. But 6 years around the fucking circle, you've been doing this and you've been loving it. You don't throw that away. That's something special, And this can be a relationship with a man and a woman, or you can be with your friends, And it's so hard to keep friends. It's so hard to keep a community. But it starts with 1 and 2 and me and you. And then from there you get 3, 4 and a family and more. And then you build friends, and then you build a community. And we all do this. And then we've got a peaceful, powerful world of people that care about one another and who they are and each other and sister, brother, mother, father, thither, back. Like that song, hello, mother, hello, father, here I am at Camp Granada. The camp was very entertaining. They say we can go outside when it stops raining. Never stops here, though. Just drop after drop, it never fucking stops. Anyhow, I'll stop. Enough of this video. You get what I'm saying. The world needs to be more understanding to give men and women care for each other. And they're just doing the whole thing with abortion and making women fight over each other so they can now, women and men can't fight enough with each other because men are weakened and we don't want them any lead roles in movies. We want to make sure all the women roles are just a 14-year-old precocious girl who beats up a bunch of strong henchmen and they're weak, but she's like a ninja fighter, so obviously she's way better than them. And make sure we erase all archetypes of alpha men and replace them with some other weaker version who's confused and used and abused and a victim And everyone's a victim and triggered. Yes. Everyone's a victim and triggered. I like this. Where we're going with this. No one has any strength. Nope. And separate them, segregate them, and put them in different states of hates and debates so they cannot. No, don't let them debate. But force them with mandates so that they can't create any sort of unity together. Nope, we don't want that. In fact, bring in different languages from around the world and color all the streets with different places and people so nobody understands anybody. Everybody feels divided and no one even speaks the same language anymore. And we're all just a Tower of Babel. Endless amounts of gibberish happening, and no one knows who and what is the other. We can't have any community, we can't have any immunity, we can't have any impunity. We just have to have all this mutiny of people and men and taking down everybody that has any sort of sense of power. And we're looking at the wrong people. We should be looking at the absolute ivory ebony towers that are running all the powers and all of ours. All of our hours and all of our powers are run by all of them. There's only a few of them at the top, and we know who they are. Well, we mostly do. And my point is, they're the ones fucking you over by saying you can't be strong, you can't be these things. And what we need to understand is, no, we are the people. We are the people. We are not the sheep. We are not the weak. We are not the meek. We are the strong. And that's how we carry on. But why? Arm in arm, shoulder in shoulder, hand in hand. And that's how you do it. And who do you want to hold hands with? Your best friend or your wife? You want to hold hands with your wife, and then your family members, and then they can hang on to the next, hang on to the next, hang on to the next. We can create a chain of good people in the world. That's how we move forward. One and one make two. Man and woman make me and you, and then me and you make you more and make more and make more. And we share each other of our minds, not sharing our bodies, not next, on to the next one, swiping away like someone else is out there, someone better is out there. There's no one better out there. I'm right here. Thanks for listening to Black Man.